Hey guys, I'm coming to you today with a skincare review kind of haul from the brand The Ordinary by Deciem. I about 2 months ago purchased like some of their best sellers from straight from Deciem's website, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it because I've heard crazy things about this brand. I've heard a lot of people rave about it. And if you aren't familiar with The Ordinary or Deciem, the thing that makes them probably the most popular is the fact that they're incredibly affordable. Their products are like in the range from like $5 to $15. $15 is like probably like 3 products are in that. The majority are going to be right about $8, which if you are familiar with skincare or you are a skincare lover like me, you know that like that is not normal. So trying out some of these products is worth it. It's worth to try it. So I love this brand. They're kind of a no nonsense. They are very straightforward with the products that they use. Oftentimes that's what they title the product. They would just title it, what specific acid they used or whatever it might be, so that you know exactly what you're getting, which I really appreciate when it comes to skincare. I'd say I probably have gotten into skincare the past like 5 years. In high school, growing up, nothing. Like face wash, it was like a good day. So it's been really cool learning, and I'm hoping I get to share a little bit of what I've learned with y'all. Also want to say that like you can buy all of these. They're all at Sephora, Ulta, and then straight from the website. I think they're just a smidge cheaper straight from the website, but then you have to wait on shipping. So it's kind of up to what you're looking for. Just so I can explain a little bit of me, so when I'm telling you the reviews on these, you understand where I'm coming from. My skin is pretty combination. Growing up, I had very oily skin. Now sometimes it's to the point of eczema dry. So I would say I'm right down the middle. So if that helps you understand my reviews on some of these products, I have gone ahead and grouped them into 3 categories. So I have my absolutely's. I would buy these again, like hands down. I don't know, I didn't love them. It might work better for you. I wouldn't steer you away, but like I probably won't repurchase. And then my last, I don't like them, did not see the purpose in them, and I would not spend your money on them. So we will go in that order. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the ones that I loved. So we're gonna start with my favorites, because I feel like that's why y'all are here today. The first one I'm gonna talk about is the Glycolic 7% acid. This is a toner, and I feel like there's mixed reviews online. Some people like are crazy about it. They love it, love it. And some people say it dried them out, or that they just didn't really see anything, or they preferred something more high end. I really like it. I saw results. So don't let the names of these products scare you. Glycolic acid essentially is just a really strong exfoliant. So what its purpose is to go in, get rid of dead skin cells, and make way for newer, brighter skin. It helps, kind of with that regeneration. So I really liked it. I'm definitely going to repurchase it. You can see I've used quite a bit of it. So purpose of the glycolic toner, exfoliation, and getting rid of dead skin cells. You would use this in the PM. I would not use it in the AM. And I will say there's a lot of other glycolic toners on the market, but the thing I love about this one is it was like $7. $7 for this. So it's so worth your money if you just want to try something out. Don't go buy the $80 or $90 product first. This is really worth it. All right, next on the list. Another one I love is the Lactic Acid, and I have it in 5% plus HA. HA stands for Hyaluronic Acid. Quickly, I'll get into this a little bit later, but Hyaluronic Acid is just a really moisturizing acid. So lactic acid is like our friend glycolic that I just told you about. It is an exfoliator. It takes off dead skin cells. It helps the regeneration of new and getting rid of any impurities in the skin, things like that. So lactic acid is really great, but I think overall people can agree that lactic acid is just a little bit gentler than a glycolic acid is. The Ordinary also has 10%. I went ahead and did the 5% lactic acid, but you can do a 10%. It just depends on, how built up your skin is to some of these products. I will say that like sometimes if you think you can just hop right in, you might end up with like really red skin or flaky skin, or a lot of a lot of things can happen. My suggestion would be just to start on the lighter end and build your skin up to it. The consistency of this product is, I would say it's more like a runny, like a water consistency, whereas some other products I'm going to mention are thicker, almost like glue. So this product I found to be the most helpful if I put it directly on my face instead of in my hands, because I feel like it just like washed away and my hands are soaked right into my hands. So it's very light. So the lactic acid is definitely one that you're going to want to use in the PM. I personally don't use that on the same night I use a retinol. If you don't know what a retinol is, I will tell you that in just a second, but I would use it every other night, and definitely focus on building your way up to some of the stronger ingredients in here. All right, another one of my favorites is the retinol, our good friend retinol. So real quick, I'm not going to dive into this because y'all, skincare is like its own class, and I'm not going to overdo it here, but there's two different types here. We've got retinol and retinoid. Long story short, a retinoid is just stronger. Most of the time that's like prescribed by a dermatologist, and it's just a really stronger, it's got stronger ingredients essentially. So I'm using the retinol right now, which is a little bit lighter. However, The Ordinary does also sell retinoids. I would just definitely, if you're going to use either one of them, don't dive into the strongest ingredient first unless you just are super confident in your skin. I would definitely take care of it, be safe with your skin. So what is the purpose of a retinol? And this retinol is the 0.5% in squalane. Squalane is just an anti-aging oil. That's all you need to know there. A lot of these terms I feel like get super overwhelming. Don't let them be. Squalane just means anti-aging. Think of retinol as it's for anti-aging, helps unclog pores, helps treat uneven skin tones if you've got dark spots, anything of that nature. And then if you have acne, this is also a really good product to use for you. Essentially, just work your way up. Be careful, this is really good for anti-aging. It's definitely a must to have in your skincare routine. Okay, and the crowd favorite, the AHA 30%, BHA 2% peeling solution. I'm going to be totally transparent. I've only used this twice now. I've liked it both times, and I'm going to continue using it. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I will continue sharing about it. Don't let those abbreviations scare you. AHA stands for alpha hydroxy, and then B stands for beta hydroxy as well. BHA is probably more widely referred to as salicylic acid. So let's break down what this means. So our AHA is similar to the glycolic acid and the lactic acid that we used earlier. It's very similar to those other products in the sense that it's an exfoliant. Now the BHA, which is salicylic acid, is also an exfoliant, but it goes much deeper. And so that's why on this, the BHA is 2%. So it's going to go a lot deeper in your skin. I will say you're just going to want to be careful. The highest you can go in BHA is 3%. So 2% mixed with AHA 30% is like, it's crazy. So you're going to want to make sure that whenever you use this product, you use it exactly how the bottle says. No more than 10 minutes. I really wouldn't say more than once a week. Yeah, it's really good. It's a peel. So you're going to want to put it on your skin. I guess it's not a peel, but it's like a facial. So you're going to put it on your skin, leave it, maybe brush your teeth, whiten your teeth, go do the dishes, something like that, and then come back, take it off. It's so funny. So I think part of the reason this one's so popular is because it looks like blood. It's like a dark red color. I personally, when I put it on, I didn't feel like it was blood. I felt like it looked like I was putting on nail polish on my face, but to each their own. So this product is also really great for acne prone or oily skin. When I used it, I personally felt like as soon as I took it off, I had that glowy effect. Like right after I took it off, I was like, dang, now I'm just going to go to bed. But I wouldn't use it in the morning. But it is one of those products that's going to help give you that like dewy, glowy complexion. Also just want to say there may be a little bit of a peeling, or I'm sorry, there may be a little bit of a burning sensation to this product. Wouldn't worry too much about it unless it feels like it's like not normal. And you know your skin, y'all, like just pay attention to what's going on. I personally didn't feel any burning, but I know some people say that like it's okay to have just a little bit of tingling or just a slight burning sensation, but if it's hurting you, just take it off and take care of yourself. So rounding out my would buys again, and some of the best sellers that I do think are worth it, is the hyaluronic acid in 2% plus B5. So hyaluronic acid, just think of it as super moisturizing. Some of the other ones like have plus HA at the end. That just means hyaluronic acid. So you want hyaluronic acid if you have super dry skin. I know a lot of people have like DM'd me and been like, hey, I need, you know, like what would you recommend for dry skin? And this is something that I would definitely say. She is a thick girl, so like she comes out like the consistency of glue, and I would not recommend using it in the morning because I think it would like mess up your makeup. So what I would say is like put it on at night. Usually it's like the last step before an oil or something. Like I'll put it on really thick and just let it sit. Hyaluronic acid pulls moisture from the air, and yeah, it's just a really great thing to have in your skincare routine. So if not this one, you should probably have some kind of like hyaluronic acid of any kind in your regimen. Okay, we are gonna move away from my bestsellers to my like I like think it was okay. I don't know, I probably wouldn't purchase it again, but maybe for you, maybe not for me, is the Salic Acid suspension 10%. So this acid's supposed to be similar to like what an AHA and BHA would be, but even gentler. So this might be something that's really good for somebody who's got really sensitive skin. It's supposed to be an exfoliant. If you've got really textured skin, this is really good. I would not use it in the daytime. I would use it at night. The only reason I say I didn't really love it is because I personally felt like when I'd put it on, it would like peel off sometimes. Like if I touched my skin at all, like it would like peel away. And I know you're like, that's what an exfoliant's supposed to do, but like some of the other exfoliants didn't necessarily like come off in my hands, and I'm just not a huge fan of that. But I think maybe if you have really dry skin or like eczema, or if you know your skin and it's super sensitive, this may be something good for you if you wanted to like work up to some of the other products. I probably won't repurchase this, but Salic Acid might be for you. Okay, so the other item that I have in my like okay section, and this is just probably again on personal preference, is the alpha arbutin, I think is how you say it, 2% and HA. So the reason I put this in like the okay and not in the totally no is because it is a good alternative to the hyaluronic acid in the morning if you want to get some kind of like moisturizing component. Honestly, it's designed to help with dark spots and uneven skin tone. Again, you can see that's kind of a theme in the things that I picked. It's a lighter consistency, so it's going to go on more like your lactic acid and not like your hyaluronic acid. I don't know. I honestly probably haven't given this one the love it deserves. I've tried it a couple times, but I really didn't see anything. It wasn't like a crazy change like I saw with my lactic or with my glycolic. This really didn't stand out for me, but it would be a good alternative for hyaluronic acid in the morning. So definitely is worth trying if you want. All right. My last but kind of least, here are the products that I probably wouldn't recommend, and then I went ahead and I'm going to recommend other brands in these sections because that's what I ended up using, and that's why I know these aren't very good, is because I used one similar. So I'm going to start with the Vitamin C Super Suspension 23% plus AH Spheres 2%. My lord, these are a mouthful. I really didn't like this one. You're supposed to use it, let me make sure. Yeah, you can use it in the morning. I didn't like it because when I'd use it in the morning, it would peel off, like I would put it on my skin, and then when I go to put on makeup, like I would feel like when I'm putting on foundation, like my foundation was like coming off on the brush because this was underneath it. So I'd maybe perhaps use it in the evening. So the purpose of a vitamin C is to help brighten, smooth, and settle hyperpigmented skin, which is great. I didn't see that on this. Vitamin C is definitely something you should have in your regimen. I thought I didn't see anything that was a major change for me, and so I actually started using the Drunk Elephant Vitamin C, the C Firma Day Serum. Sorry, had to run and grab a charger because my camera died. But the last on the list, and probably my least favorite thing I bought in my little haul from The Ordinary, is the Natural Moisturizing Factors plus HA. Essentially, it's just a moisturizer. Wasn't crazy about it. I personally felt like what it did was just go in and sit on top of my skin. I know it's $5 to $8, and that's great. It's super affordable. Maybe if you haven't ever used a moisturizer and you just need something, this would probably be a good one. But personally, I don't feel like it actually went in and did anything for my skin. In fact, like, I woke up in the morning and just felt like it was just still sitting there. So wasn't a huge fan of that. Instead, I would recommend using one of these two products. So this is Summer Fridays. Technically, this is a mask, but I really probably use it more like a moisturizer, and I honestly think a lot of people do it that way too. Sometimes I'll put it underneath my eyes, or I will just coat my whole face before I go to bed. This one is the Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask, or you can use Dr. Jart Cream. I think that's just what it's called. Yeah, cream. I like that as well. I feel like they both have the same, like, all three of these probably have similar consistencies, but the way this sits on top of the skin and doesn't like actually go in, it's just like I felt like I was blending forever and it was just sitting there. Just didn't do anything for me. So I'd probably prefer one of these two. Anyway, that was the 9 things that I got in a haul from The Ordinary. I enjoyed learning and trying things out. Obviously, there's lots of different like acids and percentages and things that get really confusing, and I think if you don't have a love for skincare, you're probably like, nope, I'm out. But it's been interesting for me, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and I will share what I know. Definitely not an expert in that category. I did also want to share though a few of the products that are going to be in my hopefully like next haul, or things that I'm just going to be trying out coming up. This one was one that I'm like, I don't know how I missed it, because it seems like it's like one of their most popular products. I don't know how I missed it, but it's the Niacinamide. I don't quite know. I will put the product on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. But Niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1%. I've had like a zillion people say it's totally different. So what I read about this product is it's different than the acids in the sense that it's more of a vitamin for your skin, known for getting rid of dark spots, lessening redness, acne, getting rid of acne, and just overall tone of skin. So I will let y'all know what I think about that product on my stories. If you can follow me over on Savvy Travels, I will most likely share it there, or maybe I'll just do another haul if you guys enjoy it. A few other things that are on my list to try out are the rose hemp seed oil, the caffeine eye solution, and the marula oil. So I've heard the marula oil is a really good dupe for the drunk elephant marula oil. So we shall see. If you enjoyed this, let me know. Let me know what you'd like to see next. And make sure to share and like. Thank you.